Batman coffee ingredients update. I added cayenne pepper to the mix, and yeah, 2 thumbs up. All right, we have What an Amazing Riff, Drown by the Smashing Pumpkins for Brian Meeks, finally Brian, and Nick Ayers. I have my notes here. I have my notes here because I'm not that familiar with this song. Of course, I've heard it before, but it's got 6 parts in it, 6 different parts. So I'm going to give you the parts, and it's your job to figure out where they go. Here we go. First step, tune your guitar to drop D. That means your E string is now a D. That's down 2 notes. Yeah, so do that. Play a D note on the A string, and then match it to your here. E roughly. We're now in drop D. Great. This song uses the same trick that Lightning Bolt from Lightning Bolt does with the ringy outy open bass note, except when in Lightning Bolt he goes to the I don't know. Anyways, whatever. You'll see. Okay. So D string. Put your finger on the 11th fret of the D string, and you're going to strum the open A string and the D string 11th fret. And then you're going to need to employ your pinky, probably. Here we're going to the D string 14th fret. Back to the 11th, down to the 9th, and then A string 12th fret with your open D. And then A string 9th fret. And sometimes he goes 9, 12, 9, 12, and sometimes he goes 9, 9, 9, 12, or some variation like that. So we have D string, I'm going to just say it again because it might be better this time. D string 11th fret with the open A string. To the 14th fret, I have a fret buzz issue there. This guitar needs to go to the hospital. Down to the 9th, then A12 with open D. And then down to the 9th on the A string. One handy tip is you can mute your ringing out D string with your thumb when you go back up to do the open A string one, because you don't want all that ringing out so much. I guess it's not that big of a deal, but that's what I do anyways. And so the basic progression of that, we have the noodly noodles going on in there, but the basic progression of that is A, D, and that's the main riff. That's it. Okay, next we have, after the main riff comes the C-G part. So you're going to make a C power chord. We're in drop D now, so a power chord is accomplished by just pressing down the fat 3 strings. On the 10th fret, for C. Normally that would be D, but since we're in drop D, everything is 2 notes lower than it should be. So where C used to be the 8th fret, now C is the 10th fret. So you're going to press down 10, 10, 10 on now D, A and D, Dad. It's come up twice this week. And then, bonus note, you're going to put a finger, I'm going to use my pinky or my ring finger, on the 12th fret of the G string. That's a G note. So we have a C, a G, the 10th fret of the A string, another C, the 10th fret of the D string, and another G. So this is like a double power chord. It's got 2 roots and 2 fifths in it. And then down to the 5th fret, same shape, for G, because G used to be the 3rd fret, but now to play G, we have to play the 5th fret. So you have 5, 5, 5, 7. And that's it. You just give it a nice strum. Oh, and then this part's great. Here's the third part. Okay, it starts off with an open A string, and you're going to do your D string 7th fret. So now those 2 notes. And move the set. That's 2 A's, by the way. A and A. Move this A, the D string 7th fret, up to B. Do it twice. B being 2 frets higher on the 9th fret. And then you play a D chord, just like regular down here. And then on your G string, you're going to slide up from 2 to 4. And you can also strum your open little D string here. From 2 to 4 on the G string. All the way up to 7, to 9, to 11. So that's part 3. Here it is. You can do a hammer-on or a slide. And then we're back into our main riff. And so on and so forth. You do all those 3 again, and then you do, oh boy, the hard A, D part, which is just now 8 beats each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's the coolest part about drop D. When you play a D chord, we used to just have 4 notes in our D chord from the D string down, right? But now, since the open A string is an A, also in the D chord, since the D chord is comprised of D, A, and F sharp, A fits. Usually we don't do it because we don't put not the root note in the bass. But this time, the root note D is in the bass because we're in open D. So a D chord can be the whole entire thing. It's like the 5th best thing about playing a guitar. So that's all just A, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, D, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, A, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, D, 2. And again, when I'm playing the A, you can mute your low D string with your thumb, so you don't have to worry about what you're strumming. Things were different then, right? While that's going on, we have some octave guys going. C sharp, so that means you put your pointer finger on the 4th fret of the G string and some other finger on the 6th fret, on the 4th fret of the A string and some other finger on the 6th fret of the G string. That's an octave chord. That's 2 C sharp notes. While this D is happening. While the A is happening. C sharp is the 3rd note of the A major scale, so that's why that works. But anyways, it goes C sharp, down to B on the 2nd and 4th frets, all the way up to F sharp when it hits the D chord. F sharp is the 3rd note of the D major scale also, so here's our pattern we're noticing here. F sharp is the 9th fret of the A string and the 11th fret of the G string, and you go F sharp, E on 7 and 9, D, D, D on 5 and 7. So, to recap, while this is going on, this is going on. I say this every time, but it's so important. When you're playing your octave chords, mute everything that you don't want to hear. So the only thing we don't want muted are the A and the G strings. Your pointer finger, maybe, and your pinky finger are muting the rest of them. So when you strum the whole entire thing, you only hear A and G. Strings. And then you can just strum away and live a carefree life. About muting anyways. Alright, great. So that's the hard A-D part. Then we have the solo. Who wants to know the solo? We'll do the solo, but here's the rhythm section in the solo. We're going off these uber power chords that we had going when we were in this C part, and it's going to go 4 beats of A, so 7, 7, 7, 9, up to D. The canned beaver of corrections, and I say, oops, of course I meant C. E for 4 beats, down to G for 2 sets of 4 beats, 8 beats. We just have one more thing. The chill D suspended 2 arpeggios. going to play a D down here in regular land, and you're going to leave your middle finger out of things, so we have an open E string. E is the second note of the D major scale, so it's a D suspended 2. And that's it. That's all the parts for Drown by Smashing Pumpkins for Brian, Nick, and insert your name here. So let's see, we did the main riff, we did the CG part, we did the D land climby part, we did the hard A D part with the octave chords, we did the hard solo part, but not the solo, and we did the chill D sus2 arpeggio. That's it, gentlemen. I hope that was helpful. That was a very enjoyable song. Sorry that took me so long. Being not familiar with it, I had to squeak out little couple-minute time segments to work on it throughout the last couple of weeks. But, at any rate, now we've done it, so go play it. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are the best. We wouldn't be doing this without you guys, because like I said, just be me and my mom, and that's no fun. She's got like she's down to 6 cats, by the way, so condolences to her. Anyways, have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.